What should our posture be? Should we put diplomacy first? And how far should we go in backing Israel, even if it means sending in our own military forces?
I think Iran presents the gravest national security threat to our country right now. You have a country with enormous anti-American sentiment, with a demonstrated history and willingness to act against this country, and they are barreling headfirst towards developing nuclear weapons. I think if Iran develops a nuclear weapon, that is an enormous threat to our U.S. national security. So I think the United States should do everything humanly possible to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. Now, what does that mean exactly? I think that means a combination of everything. It means diplomatic efforts, it means economic sanctions, it means getting serious about putting pressure on Iran, and as they get closer, I think it absolutely includes the possibility of military action.
As a former Air Force intelligence officer, as a former member of the CIA who served abroad, as a former member of a presidential commission to restructure our foreign intelligence agencies appointed by Bush 41, I'm real concerned about Iran. We have seen their acts of terrorism repeatedly around the world. And when they say that they are dedicated to the destruction of Israel, I believe them.
What do you think the American posture should be?
Well, I have said repeatedly that I think our President Barack Obama's handling of our enemies, specifically Iran, has been the worst I think I've ever seen of an American president since Jimmy Carter. His stated desire to be able to sit down in friendship and negotiate with him is naive or is intentionally destructive, because it's not working. I've recommended tougher sanctions and dramatic increase in covert action.
I am a strong advocate. Use all the tools that are possible. Clearly the sanctions, but we need to have other countries join into it, especially China and Russia that join into us too. If we don't have them join in, then sanctions are simply going to be less effective than they otherwise would be. We need to try all diplomacy. We need to do everything that we can short of a physical strike. But at the same time, we need to understand very clearly that while there's a number of real challenges that come with a strike, those are less and less dangerous than Iran having nuclear weapons.
Should we be ready to back them up with firepower?
Yes, because clearly if you understand the mindset of not only the president of Iran, but also the clerics, they will believe that they can take retaliation, and because of their spiritual views, that that the West will not be able to take any retaliatory action against them. That's a real problem. They think differently than we do. So we've got to be prepared for that. As I said, the solutions aren't good on either end. It clearly is the devil's alternative. But that's going to be a less dangerous situation and less implications than if Iran has nuclear weapons.
You go through the sanctions as best you can to squeeze the Iranian group. And then it comes to other things. And if and when it comes to a military strike in force, if that's what our military leaders believe is the best option and what we have to do, we defend Israel, we defend our interests, because we cannot allow Iran to have a nuclear bomb.
So in your mind, would you commit troops to either assist in a strike or to assist Israel in an aftermath?
Well, I think that this is one of those to where, unless you're sitting at the table with all of the intelligence in front of you, to where you have absolute knowledge of what's going on in Iran right now and what's happening in Israel and what their defense measures are going to be, you can't make that call. Having said that, again, I go back to this. Any piece of dirt that we have in this world that we can launch from to defend our interests of the United States of America, we have to defend. We have to be there for it. And right now, Israel is a friendly nation for us. It's a friendly country that we can go to and defend our interests. And the Middle East is such a critical piece of the equation for many, many reasons.
So you would not preclude our committing troops to assist or defend Israel?
Well, and everyone over there knows that. We have stood shoulder to shoulder with them for a long time, and I think we need to continue to be a good, strong partner for Israel.